Hey, what's up guys? Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is Call of Duty Ghosts. Now a while back I talked about how they were going to be giving us fully dedicated servers, but during that time we only knew of one platform it was going to be on, and that was the Xbox One. But now it's been officially announced we'll be seeing fully dedicated servers across the board on all platforms, including the Wii U I believe, which is really awesome. So it's really great to see this finally happen, and I know this could have happened ages ago. They could have given us fully dedicated servers a long time ago, but I'm just ultimately happy to see this finally actually happen, instead of this just being one of those things that people keep on chasing after or hoping for several years, just to later down the line realize that it's never going to happen. So to see it finally happen is a really good thing, and I really hope they keep on doing it, instead of this being one of those situations where they do it for one game and then on their next game they go back to doing things the way they did before, and nobody wants to see that. And as long as they just keep on giving us fully dedicated servers and across all platforms, everybody will be happy. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Steam controller. Now recently I made a video where I talked about all three of the announcements that Steam has made, and I went in depth and in details everything that they talked about and explained things in a way where I explained how everything goes together so you could better understand things. Now one of the things I talked about was the Steam controller, and I talked about some of the things that some people may not quite like, and some of the things that could be both a disadvantage as well as an advantage depending on how they do things and how good of a job they do. And a lot of people seem to be really on the fence on what they actually think of the controller, and some people just want to see it in action. Now if you do, there is a video that I will put a link in the description to where you could go ahead and check it out, and they will give you a demonstration through Portal 2 as well as other games. Now it looks like both Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition and Dishonored Game of the Year Edition have both recently came out. So if you've been wanting to get one of the games recently, and if you want to get some of the DLC, you might go ahead and just get the Game of the Year Edition and save yourself some money. Now one of the things that really surprises me, not just the sheer fact that both games came around the exact same time, is the simple fact that Dishonored Game of the Year Edition is $40, which may not surprise some people, but it's a surprise because a lot of companies, most of them, have their games at $60 when they release Game of the Year editions, and there are some games that have been out even longer than Dishonored that are still $60 for the Game of the Year edition, or some sort of edition that includes all of the DLC and everything. And we've seen times where you could buy a game separately and buy all the DLC, and it ends up only costing you $10 more, so it doesn't seem like that much of a value to have something at $60. So it's really great to see this company not be like a lot of other companies and go ahead and raise the price at $60, but to actually be reasonable enough to have the price at $40. But most of all, we're more likely going to be seeing more Game of the Year editions or some sort of edition of a lot of games coming out very soon. And the reason for that has to do with the fact that a lot of the games, most of the games, came out earlier this year, having to do with the sheer fact that the next-gen consoles were going to be announced in the middle of the year. So we're very likely going to be seeing more games like this very soon. And hopefully more of them will actually be $40 and be reasonable enough to give us more for our money. Well, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think we're going to keep on getting fully dedicated servers, or in their next game, do you think they're going to go back to doing things the way they did before? And also, do you think we're going to be stuck in one of those situations where it's either going to be on one platform or the other? And if they do keep on giving us fully dedicated servers, do you think they're going to across all platforms? And also, for the Steam controller, have some of you guys already seen the video? If so, what are your impressions? What do you guys actually think about the controller? And for the Game of the Year editions of games, were you surprised that game was $40 for the Game of the Year edition? And are you really happy about it? Do you wish more companies would do that? And also, do you think we're going to be seeing more Game of the Year editions of games? And if so, do you think we're going to see them very soon or much later? Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.